growing food for 80 billion animals. Can't grow food for 7 billion people.
Mind blown.
Crazy that, eh?
That's fucking mental.
Like, how is the scale? It must be mind blowing that you can walk into McDonald's anywhere in the world and get a cheeseburger. They're not going to say, sorry mate, we're out of stock today. There's only so many cows.
Never a thing, is it? Because I'd seen so much footage of what's going on and learnt how the industry works that I knew then I didn't want to contribute to that anymore. I didn't want to be part of that. So
yeah, top knot. You're a vegan.
Exactly, yeah. If you got green hair, then
vegan.
Vegan. But I didn't think vegans got skin phase. You know what I mean? Before I got into this.
Quality, innit?
We're conditioned to think, leather is luxury. Like I've always thought that.
I've never thought of it not just being diet.
Yeah, that's what we think. We always just think the food, isn't it? Yeah. So the diet's just one. As long as that plastic's in the sea, like say it's breaking down, getting smaller and smaller, getting into the food chain, getting into the water, like it's just gonna get ugly, innit? I can't imagine what it's gonna be like. Yeah, food you can understand, you can imagine, but a cat, you don't expect it in a candy, like what? Like that's what shocked me the most.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Live in this system, and you can't live in this system without leaving a footprint. So I think for me, it's just about trying to leave as small as I can, and that's why I got into plant-based diet.
Morning fellas, welcome back to Fine Dandy Podcast.
The podcast where today 3 fellas are catching up, not doing no supping, and we're getting to learn a bit more about veganism. So, I bet that sounds terrible, but
veganism sounds sexy.
As you noticed by the same setup, wearing same clothes, we're still piss wet through and sweat and stink. We've carried on from his last episode, so if you haven't watched that, get a watch. We've got Ben in because he's a traveller, but he's also a vegan on side. Just a part-time job, and he's just we just had a really good chat about all things travelling. So thanks for that. We appreciate your time. But obviously, we touched upon it once in the previous episode about you being vegan, but I think it's worthy of a full separate episode. We wanted to get a vegan on anyway, so we've got two foot price one before you fly away tomorrow. But we haven't really got any prompts planned for this. It's a bit impromptu, and we'll not keep you forever. But start from the beginning. Where's it come from? So you mentioned these elements. Why vegan?
Who would have thought, eh?
And personally, I wouldn't have thought no.
No, me
amount of Mayo chickens we've consumed in Leeds train station.
It's uncanny, isn't it?
It's weird.
I would have always been a person who would say, and I have done in the past, if veganism or vegetarian anything has been mentioned, like, oh, that's not me. I would never, you know. It's not even something I even considered or knew about, so I'll just screw my face up at it. But yeah, here I am.
It sounds like a very hard lifestyle to keep up. That's one reason that I don't do it, because
it's not convenient enough.
I'd love to be vegan, but
there's no vegan Max pack from McPlant. Even that, I'm not very clean.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair, maybe it is easy because there is actually a vegan option at McDonald's, isn't there? So you can actually get what you fucking want.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems that puts me off because it seems like I'm gonna have to plan the meals and like I'm gonna have to check if that's got fucking.
Yeah, when you get a takeaway and you can't just get a kebab, can you get? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you get?
The plant-based kebab. That's what.
Well, because after all the room, you were like, "Can we just get a bit of plant?" Didn't you? Is that what?
Yeah.
I tried one, then I'm like, "It's absolutely awful."
Yeah.
Is it not good?
I'm not really into it, to be fair.
It's a bit sweet.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I mean, alternatives have definitely come a long way. I've only been vegan for maybe not even 2 years. So I got through the lockdown. That's when I got down that rabbit hole. Had a lot of time to
Plenty of time for all YouTube videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Documentaries.
So I ended up getting really interested in the environment in lockdown. So that's when it come about. So I was looking into environment. I was doing all these different things to try and make my footprint smaller on the planet. So you're looking at there's so many documentaries and they're telling you there's so many issues with the planet at the minute. So all different angles where humans are coming in and destroying this ball in big style. Yeah. So there's a lot of areas obviously we've got to change. But through doing all the research and obviously desperate I was just wanted to do the most I could for the planet, and then all the fingers are pointing at animal agriculture. So animal agriculture is the number one
pollutant.
Yeah, the number one polluter, number one destroyer of the planet in the modern day.
Really?
Yeah, which is
that
so it's not cars and that.
That's like cow farming and shit, innit?
Yeah, it's literally
all the land animals and sea animals too. So that combined,
caged animals.
No, them, it's all combined. It's the number one issue with the planet. So obviously I was just gonna tackle that one. That was the best way I could have an impact. And they say unless we stop unless we stop animal agriculture as we know it, then yeah, we're not gonna survive climate change. We're gonna
really?
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know you.
So you're not coming from that. You've come in from not the ethics angle. You've come in from
Yeah,
the
and
green
that's
angle.
Yeah, I never even considered the ethics.
No,
before
I asked about
this.
chickens living a torrid life and that.
No, I'd seen pictures of battery hens and shit before. You know, I knew I'd
Desensitised, isn't it?
yeah, completely
mean no.
desensitized. Yeah.
Just scroll past, watch next one.
Yeah, and we've got we're so distant between us and this food, innit?
Yeah.
And I even went to
bananas and that.
yeah, exactly. Well, even I know we stopped talking about travelling, but going back to that, I went just reminded me about being completely distant from it. After the banana farm, I ended up going to a cattle farm in the outback, and even after that, I was still eating meat when I come back, and I'd seen, and it really upset me.
You
like
seen it firsthand?
Yeah. There were loads of things that I couldn't even do on the farm because it was so fucked up.
What like?
Like, I'll just go straight in, like cutting balls off the thingies and.
While they're alive.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was bad. I'll show you some video because we probably get the YouTube video will get took down if we put it up on here. But I'll show you some videos after, just like little things and the artificial insemination and stuff. There were loads of things that I couldn't make myself do, and I never really questioned ethics before. But at the time when I were in this farm, I was like, I can't do that. It just felt so wrong, you know.
It is a bit fucking mad though, isn't it? That is actually going on just so we can have Mackies and that.
Yeah.
It's like what you said about bananas. You don't even think about how it gets there. You've slog your guts off actually cutting the bananas off trees, but like we just turned supermarket, I've been bananas, kebabs, chicken breast feeders, and off you pop. Like we're just so.
It's too easy.
So disconnected from, like, we're so convenient. So I get that that's like modern way has to work because I read something like oh well, you know. I don't know if we didn't have supermarkets and stuff, they're all there so that we can spend as time doing jobs in like, you know, jobs that we have now. Because otherwise, if we had to source everything and send, that is your job, innit? Yeah. That's how it used to be. But and I get, you know, it's made it convenience, but because of that, because I ain't got to kill that cow or that chicken, which I couldn't do. Why should I right to?
No, they got sent to the slaughterhouse after they'd been on this farm, but
that's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
you'll have seen it. It's a documentary. It covers like 7 aspects of animal things. It ends with a dog in a dumpster. You know, like a rubbish truck gets crushed. Really? You've probably seen it, but then it showed. Oh, it was saying actually it showed you cows. Showed you they could slaughter. Sorry, it stinks for this area. Anyway. It shows you them. They just get hung up by one leg, and they're screaming and all sorts. And they're just like.
You take it piss?
No. No. And I still, you know, eat beef and that, but. I think if I got exposed to more, sorry, I've interjected, but do you know what I mean?
No, go. And that's it. I think it's exposing yourself to, you know, having a look behind the curtain and maybe even having a long enough look behind the curtain kind of thing. So through the lockdown, I watched all the documentaries on this because I got interested in it. So I was just watching it anyway, you know, finding out more. And I think that's what swayed me because I'd seen so much footage of what's going on and learnt how the industry works that I knew then I didn't want to contribute to that anymore. I didn't want to be part of that. So, but yeah, I think it definitely has an effect on how much you see because, I mean, I probably would have seen bits of footage before, like clips and things, and then I actually went to the farm, worked on the farm, and still didn't make the penny drop for me, which was weird because a massive part of it is psychological, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and that's interesting, but yeah, it was only after I'd maybe seen some of these documentaries that were like made the penny drop and made me question and go forward. But yeah,
after you've seen that documentary, what is obviously the penny's dropped, right? I'm gonna go vegan. For me, who I would actually love to go vegan, what's the first thing you do?
What's next steps?
What's the next step? So I say it every 2 to 3 weeks. I'll text Dan just saying, right, fuck this, I'm going vegan. And then next day, genuinely, maybe I'll have something like that's not that is vegan for breakfast or whatever. But like by dinner time, I'm already eating a chicken.
Yeah.
So it's like how do you make that change then make that change like last?
What's your first conscious steps? Because you can't just go right cold turkey everything because we'll go into this later, but. There's vegan and veggie. I think I could go veggie. I'd struggle with vegan because like milk and cheese and that.
It's in everything, isn't it? It's in so much.
Yeah.
So what you watch all this stuff. You've educated. Then what's next? Like, did you eat a bit after that? We're like, I'm gonna eat this burger now because Mum's cooked it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how how quickly did you get into it? And how?
I had I think maybe it was probably like a week. It took me like a week to find all the alternatives and stuff, and even just seeing what, I don't know, all the biscuits and things I would get. I'd been reading the backs and there's milk in these, I can't have these, and swapping
custard
things.
Creams.
Yeah, custard creams have gone, but bourbons are still on the card, so that's all right. But yeah, I think finding the reason, truly understanding the whole situation, and then I think that helps, because then you've got your motive. You're like, well, why am I doing this? Why am I avoiding this thing? Otherwise, I think it's just easy to carry on, Yeah. But I think to find the reason and to that you're gonna make that other choice. I think that's important. And I think, what was the documentary I would recommend anybody watching this to see? It's on YouTube. It's called Dominion, and I use that as my reference. So I would think.
I think you've sent me that before, and I like.
Yeah, I probably have.
I want to watch it. I honestly want to watch it.
Yeah,
after I've had some food, because I'm starving.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me indulge in my meat first.
One last go at it. That's it. Yeah, and I use that as my reference. So I'll be like, if I would see cheese on a menu, or I would in a shop, or this kind of thing, I would not just associate now. Like, my old association would just be with the taste of the cheese. Oh, that's just the cheese. Now I watch the documentaries, and then I'd say, oh well, I know how the cheese is made. I know that this happens. That is the issue to get to this product. Yeah. So I'm focused on that. So everything or I'm looking at some, I don't know, a new leather belt. But then I remember, have the reference of how basically understanding how the industry works, and I think then you can choose yourself whether you want to support it or not. And I think most people who will research, they'll try and stay away from.
I feel like I want to go vegan, and just because I ain't looked into it, it's not because of that reason that you've done. More like health reasons. Yeah. I don't know if it's like, I look at it and I always see vegan lifestyle equals healthy, essentially. And then you look at it we shouldn't even be eating meat because it's teeth are designed to do vegetables and shit. And I always look at that and I think, right, I want to do that. I want to live a healthier lifestyle and maybe be more healthy myself. But then I just can't. I can't. Maybe that's why I can't stick at it, because I haven't really got a good enough reason.
You ain't got time. You can't be arsed. It's too easy. There's a book full of excuses, but at the end of the day, you were once. I can't be arsed. I'm not interested.
Scoffing.
Smashing frozen custard cream. So
that's it, man.
Look at that, wrapped in ham. So time changes.
I mean, I'm as surprised that I'm on this. I've done this myself. The main three. That's the main three reasons people do it is, like you say, for the health benefits, to save the planet, or for ethics, which is something I got into later on. But I think, I mean, I'm not really, I respect myself, but I'm not that keen on. I've not had a massive health journey, I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's not really fazed me that I still go to Burger King and eat the, all the junk food and ice cream and things.
So did you notice in the first few weeks of going vegan, maybe I feel a bit more energized than that now, because I'm not eating red meat or whatever, for example.
People always talk about that massive energy boost and stuff they'll have, and they will feel healthy, which I think you will feel healthier. But the main one for me was, I wasn't lactose intolerant, but they say everybody's lactose intolerant, but just different levels of it.
I look at cheese, I was shitting.
Yeah. So that was the one that I noticed for me, is I completely stopped getting any trouble with bowels or wind. My stomach would be in bits if I ate cheese.
Packed farting in that.
You what, sorry?
You basically packed farting.
Yeah, that's something of the past. But I seen a thing once on YouTube before. This was before I even got into the planet and making these changes. And it put me off milk because. Yeah, I know. But I were eating cereal whilst I was watching this on YouTube. This bloke talking about it. And then penny dropped. Then I'm like, oh, it just made me feel sick instantly.
Yeah.
And they were just saying all sorts. You'll probably see things online, and you're like, we're the only animal on this planet that is drinking milk from another mammal, and
it is weird.
It's strange, when you really think about it.
Get some women locked in some cage with pumps on tits.
yeah. I know, and then it will be easy. It will be easy to see. It will be easy
we wouldn't
to
do
see
that to a woman, would we?
Exactly,
I think that's the thing. You wouldn't.
And I think that's a really cool point to make. Say if you were to swap. There's all these situations where animals getting exploited or whatever, in different ways. If you were to change if you're struggling thinking, oh, why is it an issue, or if it's wrong or right, then I think if you to swap like a dairy industry, if you were to swap that cow for a human, then you're like,
it's
oh,
fucked up, innit?
So yeah, it's plain as day.
For
it's
any
really
of it,
fucked
would
up.
you?
Yeah, for any of it, yeah.
There might be one for later, because again, it's all over the show. It's got loads of
Yeah,
things to
yeah.
ask you, but like, is it even affected to the point where like, you can buy a car with leather in, you won't get a leather sofa, all that? Like, is it just completely
done it? Yeah, and that took
which
a bit.
it can be hard to avoid, like, oh, a new car,
Solid,
you have
mate,
leathers
yeah.
in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true when you think about that.
It's
Like I said with belt.
crazy how much. Sorry.
Like you said with belt, and also like
Yeah.
I literally went to Leeds the other day. We bought some from House of Fraser, like
Travel vlogger.
closing down, and Emily got a bag. And I got back here and I said, "Oh, is it real leather? You know, because that's a sign of quality, isn't it?"
We're conditioned to think, oh, leather is luxury. Like I've always thought that.
But like food, it's highlighted like, you know, it's bad for him. But then you don't really get that emphasis with. It's hard. What I'm saying is there's alternatives for food, it appears, but because we're conditioned to leather's premium, snakeskin bags are, I think that's a bit niche. But like, what is the alternative? Can you just do you have to like material belts, like plastic? Do you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Because belts are leather, boots are leather,
everything's leather, eh?
shoes are leather. Like, what do you do about it?
Yeah. So the thing, the plant-based, the diet is one sector.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it not just being diet.
Yeah, that's what the thing. We always just think the food,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. So the diet's just one, and then I think it's the main one. I think it's the way you got to do the most. Well, we eat all the time.
Yeah.
You can't just sort the diet then be neglect the other.
I mean, you can like some people just they just eat plant-based diet for the health, and they'll still have the leather bags and things like that, or the wool. But yeah, it's animals are exploited in in loads of different ways, like whether it's as clothing or entertainment, like was on about before.
True, yeah.
Yeah, all different kinds of ways, and testing even for things like makeup, yeah, and shampoo and all these different toiletries and stuff. There's it's behind it all, and it's crazy. It's a crazy wormhole, you know, to get into.
I fucking really want to get into it.
We are scumbags, aren't we?
The human's bad, yeah. We've made some bad decisions to get here.
Then I read up not even so long ago that like I saw this picture and it was like some fucking rabbit that got like an extra head sewn on and stuff. But a lot of medical, you know, like organ transplants, obviously they were trialled on animals first, and that's how we got a lot of medical science. It's even that's a blur of the line, 'cause you would argue that you know, if you needed a transplant, you wouldn't be like, sorry mate, I'm vegan.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a rabbit died for that 50 years ago. So it's like, where do you even draw a line? It's in, we've used animals and to his advantage. But also it's like, you take it back in day, like thousands of years ago, where everyone had the farm and the animals, and they brought them up nicely, then they killed them and eat them. Like, there's no wrong with that, but then it's because we've gone to this mass consumption.
It's the industrial scale, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Once they ramp it up, it's just like, it's fucked then, isn't it?
Treated like a thing, they treat it like a product. It's like, even from like not treated like they got a heart, they treat it just like, right, that's fucking cow, shoot that straight in. Like,
well, we call it livestock, don't we?
Yeah.
And that's just become a bit detached.
Literally, it's called stock, innit?
Yeah.
It's just fucking bizarre to think about. Well, when you were saying like back in olden days, where they're like, I think I struggle to do that actually. If I had to raise a sheep and then end it there to kill it, I'd be a bit like,
But it's the scale of it. Like, I think it's bad, but at least while you raise a sheep, it's having a good life on your own land. You're looking after it.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to waste, is it? But it's the fact that McDonald's needs 8 million burgers a day. Where the fuck? I've gone off on a tangent at my own point, but like, how is the scale? It must be mind blowing that you can walk into McDonald's anywhere in the world and get a cheeseburger. They're not going to say, sorry mate, we're out of stock today. There's only been so many cows.
Never a thing, is it?
You go I go in every supermarket you go in. Like, even when you travel up country, you might drive through something that you've never been before. You go in a Tesco Express or any shop, there's chicken to buy, there's beef to buy, everywhere. And it goes out of date. It's not like it stays there until someone buys it, which people, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the scale of, and that's just in England.
Crazy.
And then you go to everywhere. You've travelled and been to any Mackies, and we said, oh, I can get a Big Mac. Like, where are all these animals?
Where is all cows now?
I can't remember the percentage.
Lot in Ireland.
Yeah. I can't remember the percentage of land that's taken up by animal agriculture. But it's a lot. Maybe it's like the people say different things. Maybe it's like the size of Africa, maybe in terms of having to keep the animal, and then obviously you've got to grow the food to feed the animal. So all that sort of thing is. But there's 8 at the minute. There's 80 billion land animals get killed every year. So yeah, there's a lot. 80 billion. It's a lot of heads.
That's sickening.
Crazy, isn't it?
Fuck me.
80 billion. So in terms of like, you know, forget ethics for a minute. In terms of the planet, that's where the issue is because of the scale of what they're doing. 80 billion animals plus the food to grow
the water constant. I know, like, the water that goes into a Big Mac is like insane. Water that goes into beef production is like mental, innit?
Yeah.
Like, that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
True. And there's like, obviously with water, ain't the freaking people having no water in Africa and that and all?
Yeah.
Can't just give some of that to them? Trying to solve the fucking world issue.
Well, it would. This is another reason people do it is for world hunger. They would it would cure world hunger if the world was plant based, because we're growing food for 80 billion animals, but we can't grow food for 7 billion people.
Mind blown.
Crazy that, eh?
That's fucking mental.
When you put it like that, we are a bit bastards, aren't we? So I'm thinking, what's everyone going to eat then? But the plants, the stuff the waste shit that we making to kill, you know, grow these chickens, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know if you'll answer this question. You might not. But see, like, there's loads of issues with livestock farming, isn't it? Like, it's fucking right off the planet.
Yeah.
Is there any of them transferable issues that would, if we were just growing vegetables, would there still be some issues with that?
Oh, for sure, mate. Yeah, the food system's fucked. Like, I mean, to grow, if we're just gonna grow, I don't know, any vegetable we could think, like
tater.
Yeah.
I was thinking potato.
We're all thinking taters.
Only nice one.
There's obviously there's got to be land. There's got to be land cleared to grow this on a scale anyway. So you've took down, say, if this is the Amazon, you've took down some rainforest just to get to grow your patch. And then as things are now, we're using pesticides, using all these different things. Yeah, so even just to grow, and not alone, like, even all the animals, the biodiversity that's killed in crop production, like harvesting and stuff.
True.
So there's so much damage even if we just all ate plants. There's still a long way to go. Like it's got a load of fixing to do. The system.
Do we just need to fucking kill half the population? And then we might be alright.
Actual Thanos, but that's you were right, weren't you?
Looking like that, wasn't it? But
it's like humans have took over.
Well, in that the next big problem, overpopulation, and obviously the food that we need to support all these humans is a byproduct. So veganism comes under all that, but into the fact that we are quite simply
overpopulating. I heard Elon Musk in an interview the other day, and he was saying that because he's quite worried about underpopulation, the opposite. I'm like, and I was like, what? Like,
you and Elon's charity boxing match, getting the score over versus under.
But he was saying. Yeah, basically saying that we're overpopulated now, but because of the way that we live. So but underpopulation is becoming an issue because none of it, like, especially in Western countries, we're not having as many kids. So it's I can't remember the reason. But it was telling how it's going to affect the economy and how we live and stuff. So we can have more people living more sustainably. But yeah, the way we're living now, then there's not enough room on the planet to live how we do. We need, like, I wish I knew all the facts, all the figures and stuff, but we need 1.5 or 2 planets to live the way that we do now. So all we're doing now is just taking away from the future generations every time. So crazy, eh?
No one wants to address it, do they?
No, it's hard to address, isn't it?
And it's like, there's a controversial thing, in them climate UK.
On about planet, I'm drinking from plastic bottles.
Sorry about that.
I love the planet, I swear.
Didn't have bamboo bottles in stock. But them, like, them people who were, like, strapping themselves to cars and stuff, and I think they all thought environment, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone were like, fuck off, like, wankers, like, run them over and
I might have said fuck off wanker.
Yeah. Stopping ambulances and stuff, but it is true that they had to, at least got notice, because if not,
I know, but I don't think anyone's took any action, like, to support them from that.
Well, probably not, but I'm sat here talking about it. I wouldn't give a shit if it just stood outside at road time, be like some. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Protests are weird, eh? Like, I think people. Well, after this, like, I think when you see these extreme protests as well, I think you can see people are desperate. Obviously, they're behind what they're standing for, and I think they do crazy things because they're just getting desperate and they want change, which is understandable, but. I disagree with the things the way that it's done a lot. Say blocking the roads off and shit. I feel like you're going at the wrong people. Like, we're not the issue in that point. The public in the cars is not the issue. It's the system. We need to be we don't need to fight each other in these problems. We need to fight the system. Do you know what I mean?
They need to teach you in school and shit. Cause I know. I can't remember school very well, obviously, about 20 years ago. But like, I know that they didn't teach that shit to us in school. No chance.
Nothing, did they? Nothing.
But no one knows answers. But how is it going to change? Because it's like when they said turn your light off to save the planet, but then China's like dumping, like China genuinely just do not give a fuck, do they?
No.
So but how can, and I know it's strength in numbers, so if everyone did switch the light off, it wouldn't make a difference. But it's so easy for us to be like, well, why should I stop eating meat? Because they're still gonna get killed. But like someone at some point, someone's got to give, hasn't it? Yeah. And I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like it's got to start somewhere. You're right. It's not our fault. We don't choose what's in supermarkets. It's them.
Yeah.
The only way everyone would do
it's money, isn't it?
It's money.
Oh yeah, that's a big issue. But if maybe it were a law that you couldn't eat meat, that's the only way that you'd.
But they wouldn't do that because it's just.
I know. I wonder about it all the time. Like how will we go from this to the next step? And I really don't know.
What do you think? You've clearly done like your research and that, and it sounds like you're always like learning stuff and
for sure,
keeping up with that kind of things. From what you've read, what do you think it's going to be like in 50 years? 2100. Like what? You'll have read predictions and some of these shite and that. But what do you genuinely see can happen if we carry on the way that we are? What do you think is going to happen?
It's not looking good. Like if we no, really not looking good. If we carry on as business as usual, then we're not gonna have a good time. Like I worry about going back to the environment. Like I worry about the plastic issue. That's bad. I mean, what we got even now, we've got like a credit card's worth of plastic a week, and that's what we eat through our diet.
Oh, the microplastics.
Yeah, because it all just breaks down into bits, and I worry about.
Don't go anywhere. Does it just get smaller?
Smaller. Bad that, eh?
So we a credit card size of plastic a week.
Yeah.
There'll be plastic in that, like drinking, weren't there?
Yeah,
it's because they can't break it down. It's not natural, is it? So yeah, it disappears, but it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's in literally everything, isn't it?
Every single thing.
It's mental.
So that worries me. That's gonna get ugly, isn't it? If that concentrate. This is what makes me panic about the plastic in the oceans, because I think as long as that plastic's in the sea, like you say, it's breaking down, getting smaller and smaller, getting into the food chain, getting into the water. True. Like it's just gonna get ugly, innit? I can't imagine what it's gonna be like. And yeah, in terms of like. We're not going to be able to grow food if it carries on. It's like we're good. Maybe we wouldn't experience it, or.
Do you think it's not in our lifetime?
I think it'll be in our lifetime, but maybe I think we're quite safe in this country. Maybe there's other countries that are getting affected now by the climate change. Yeah, so they'll and it's normally the poorer ones and the ones that don't even contribute to it that much themselves that get affected. But yeah, if it carries on, our kids I think will be in the shits, but you just got to focus on the opposite and just hope that things change and surely we've got to survive, innit? Like
is there like plans in motion for shit to change?
Going to Mars?
Literally.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's the backup they think. It makes me think, do they look at the situation on Earth and think,
maybe we need to fucking get off here.
Yeah, it's gone that far, do we just leave? Like, I don't know.
I don't think there is plans because to put it quite simply, it's not natural, is it? No. Like we've just took over and we topper everything and there's no stopping us. But world weren't designed for that. I don't consider it.
Yeah.
For whether there'll be a natural disaster that wipes us out anyway, which might do. Yeah. But, we're not immune to it. There's no like rule book saying everything will work out, everything will be alright. We are just like, fuck it, crack on. It literally is, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, scary that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is. I think you're right. It's probably not going to affect us. I think what might happen in our lifetime, and I hope it does, is like there's a advancement in like fake meats and stuff. Because if let's face it, I think you could ask any human if you could get chicken breast meat grown in a lab. It's not part of an animal should grow in a lab. You'd have to be a freak to say no.
Surely.
So there's got to be advancements in synthetic meats. Which if there's that, crack on and
maybe that will save us the replica meats and stuff. I know they're doing like a lot of work with growing cells in labs and making like slabs of flesh. I don't know how they do it, but I'd be all up for that. Like,
would you go back to meat then? If meat were fake meat, would you go back?
Yeah, 100%.
What happens to all the livestock if we all stop eating
one last big supper and
if we all stop eating meat tomorrow? Like, what actually happens to them? Like, because there's loads.
Well, they get neglected, won't they?
Loads of animals that have to just die and.
So what happened when zoo shit with COVID? It's a business. It's an asset, innit? Just leave to rot.
I'm not. Yeah, that probably would be the end for them. But say if everybody stopped, if everybody chose like tonight to not want to order meat again, then the industries wouldn't be supported by us, because obviously the world works on supply and demand. So if we pay for a chicken in the shop or takeaway, then we're paying for that to be replaced. So then that chain will be broken then. So say the chicken wouldn't be or the cow wouldn't be inseminated again to have another kid, and then that would be broken. I mean, there'll be loads of work that need doing, like obviously helping animal farmers transition to veg and stuff.
A lot of jobs would be lost. That's like a byproduct, isn't it? Like the economy, like the food industry is like massive.
Huge, mate.
One of the biggest. So what happens to all them people?
That's another pod, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Come for fuck's sake, stop that.
Cancel that plane ticket. But I don't know.
It's hard, eh?
Do you? What's your opinion on people that aren't or that are ignorant? You strike me as you're not really, because you can get the extra. Same with I don't mind you telling me stuff as long as it's not in my face.
Yeah, there's ways about having every conversation, isn't there? So there's definitely people.
There's extremists that just shove it down your throat and they're like, you need to stop doing this, and you just stop doing that, or like maybe. I think this is a good way. It's like a nice conversation. It's making you think more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what you said there actually, that's true. That I need to stop doing that.
I think it's really like goody as well that you've just took it on yourself. You've not been like preached or converted or whatever. You've actually just. We all had times thinking lockdown. You went down a rabbit hole and took it seriously. And what's happened? You've changed for good, and it's like I think that's off too, man. Like I say, it's not like if I go vegan now, it might be because of you. You know what I mean? Genuinely. Like you've got a few, a few on your chalkboard or whatever, a few notches on vegan bedposts. You know what I mean? Have you had anyone that said, right, you've changed my mind? I've done it.
No, I've
not yet.
No, not yet. No, but one of I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice if I'm always sending people like, because people ask me questions all the time. Obviously, where do you get your protein from? Do you know what I mean? People ask all kinds of questions. Just
send them to this pod now. Just say, look, I've covered it all in our pod.
And I'll just link them with videos. I say, listen, this is how I learnt the information. This is where the information I've got from. Watch this, kind of see how you feel. Yeah. But it can be hard. There's a lot of uncomfortable situations after people. But people are just curious asking. You just got to...
Yeah.
It's a mindset change, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, you could relate it to like, you're allowed to be gay now, aren't you? And it's fine. But like back in 50s, obviously it weren't.
And that's a mindset thing.
And it's a bit like, I'd say vegans are at that early, like, it's a bit... Well, it's not. I think it's absolutely boomed. I'm not vegan, but I know it's boomed in the past few years. But like, they're at that, you're weird, or you know what I mean? Like, they shun you for being vegan. They bring it on the sense some of them, we aren't
for sure,
patriotic there. It's like, fuck off, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just a mindset change, and once we're all over it, and like I said, if we all had options to eat a bit of lab-grown meat, of course, crack on. I'll have 3, but until that point,
do you think there's like a negative stereotype around vegans?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
it's used as an insult, isn't it? Oh, you're fucking vegan.
Yeah, exactly.
So people aren't even vegans.
Yeah,
look at people and say, look at that fucking vegan. What's the point in that?
Someone at the top knot, you're a vegan.
Exactly, yeah. If you got green hair, then
vegan.
Vegan, but I didn't think vegans got skin phase. You know what I mean? Before
you're the first vegan about me skin phase.
So yeah, it's
not got Doc Martens on either, so you're doing well.
Yeah, it is that though. You've got like, if you think stereotype in my mind, vegan is like some weird top knot, fucking dump bath.
Yeah, exactly. Hairy arms and stuff, but yeah, there's all kind of people in the community, people who just want to do, make better change. Or
what do you mean by community then? Have you made mates through it?
No, not at all.
Oh, sorry about that.
But I say community as in just like, I don't know, maybe a different word is better than I don't know.
I know what you mean.
People who are
collective.
Who are sort of going in the same way, or got a shared interest or something. I suppose that's maybe a community. I don't know.
A border community.
Something like that.
That's instantly what I thought when you said community. I think I would like to make them changes. I really would. I think like I said before, mine's just for the health thing, and I know that's only a small part of it.
Yeah.
And yours is more like on
the green, which is
the what?
The green, which I'm shocked. I'd thought it'd be ethics first, then health. I thought green is something. But like, carbon's massive, like, you know, companies are now having to publish a carbon rating, and that's another problem on its own. But I don't know, you've got it from
what
like
else
a
have you done
angle
to reduce the carbon footprint? Like,
obviously not cooked down my flights, have I? On a 50-hour flight tomorrow.
You've not turned up in electric vehicle here, have you?
I'm in diesel today, but what can you do? You know, I've tried doing, you know, nips and tucks in places where I can do things.
Can't all be avoided though, can
no, exactly. Unless
reality to it, isn't there? Like, you've got to live
in this system, and you can't live in this system without leaving a footprint. So I think for me, it's just about trying to leave as small as I can, and that's why I got into the plant-based diet. But yeah, it's an ongoing journey. Yeah, we'll always try and keep getting more sustainable and obviously learning about it all the time. But the only thing is time's ticking, and it's like that's what makes people panic. And I think that's when you see the protests and they're extreme, you think, oh, what are you doing? But I think that's people in a state of just desperate, like, shit, we're gonna run out of time here. We've got to make
the time thing. Yeah. What happens when the timer is 0? Like, you know what I mean? Like the clock's ticking, but to what? Like, is it like flooding and shit and?
What is 0.0?
Yeah.
Maybe just not being able to get through. I don't know, when the numbers start dropping.
Well, I think it'll be a massive. There'll be food shortages, prices will go up. Then there's knock-on effects for all that. It'll just be like a mass depression, shortages, riots. Like everything's I keep saying byproduct, but everything's a byproduct of, you know, can't get food. Well, it becomes black market for food, riots. You know, comfort. It's just like everything just got to shit, man. Oh, gosh, I want a mayo chicken.
Yeah, this is it. It's scary that though, isn't it? To think to being alive in them times where it all would go south, like you mentioned.
As well, because like there were shortages in toilet paper, and everyone just selfishly stockpiled it at their house and shit. Man. Like, it's going to be hard to make change with so many daft cunts out there.
Yeah. Top and bottom of it, but
including me.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, eh? But I hope we will, like, you know, you just look at this planet, and even just experiencing life on this planet, it's magic, innit? And surely just that alone is enough to think, right, let's carry on. I don't know.
I agree.
What's next? What have you not left? What have you not addressed yet? Have you got, like, what would you say you're a complete vegan? Like, you've sussed it, everything's sweet, or like what do you want to be doing next? Where do you see yourself?
Yes, definitely slipped up loads of times, and I think that scares people from carrying on. Like, they think, oh, I slipped up once, I'm just gonna sack it off, you know. But yeah, you just got to keep going. But yeah, sometimes I'll eat things, and then realise after, oh shit, it's got milk powder in, or, you know, something like that. Or I bought some jeans the other day, and they had the little leather thing on the back.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
More error jeans.
You also, what do you say?
More error jeans.
Yeah, that's what I've got on today, because they've got the hair, and they've got the false leather patch on the back. So
that Ray interested me that when you said, like, because it is just diet for me, but like, even down to buying fucking jeans, you've got to be like, well, actually, I can't have that because it's got fucking leather on back.
Yeah,
I like to address diet first and then see how I crack on.
Yeah, that's what
I think that's a natural route to doing it.
I went for the diet first, and then I just started making, you know, because it's massive. It's absolute, you know, we buy so much. It's huge, mate. So yeah, the diets, I think, there's the best one to sort out first, and then the others is just like nitpicking kind of thing, you know.
What hardest thing to change or address?
I don't know, to be honest, mate. Probably food, because it's just such a big part of his life, and I can say that I don't miss. There's nothing I miss, because I can more or less get.
Asking that.
I was literally about to like, as soon as Dan finished asking that, I've got nothing.
This is the banker.
You don't miss no food though. Like you don't miss like a mayo chicken, for example.
Only I would, but only because the thing is, the replicas, especially in England, the replicas are ace. Like anything that I would have had before, I can get a replica, and it ticks the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can go on, but
Quorn mince, decent.
Quorn mince,
never had it, to be fair.
Taste.
No.
Exactly. Even like vegan sausage rolls, and that, they're actually nicer than normal.
I prefer vegan sausage rolls.
Because they're not greasy.
And it's not as greasy, is it?
Yeah, true.
It's a lot nicer.
We are a beer podcast, supposedly, if we haven't done out in ages. Does it affect like alcohol and that?
It does, mate, yeah.
Is it?
Surprisingly. Stella, I think it's sound. It's more like there's some beers and stuff that and you have to look up exactly how it's done because I'm not too sure, but it's mostly ciders.
Fish guts.
Fish guts.
We got told, didn't we? When we see
how mad is that? Like, why are we?
Why do we do that?
Why are we sieving a strongbow for fish guts? Like, no, there's no need.
Just get off. I think you made a point when we did that with you, and you were like, surely there's a machine that can just do that bit without having to use the fish guts. It's 2022. It seems a bit fucking bizarre.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's baffling, isn't it? You think what's...
Imagine you can drink wine. That seems like it might be.
Poor grapes, not though, isn't
it? Yeah, no.
When you draw a line, though, isn't it?
This is it. Where you draw the line. People say, "Oh, well," and you could say, and I've said when I was learning about it, like, well, technically, you could say that a banana farm's not vegan because of all there's so many animals that get killed in the production of bananas, including like say. I don't know, anything that gets run over or mowed down by harvester.
Even spiders and snakes.
Spiders that get splattered, all these things. It's endless. But I think it's just about making progress, really. Sort of, you know what I mean? Like that's all we can do at the minute, and it just make progress towards
little steps in it. Pennies make pounds.
Yeah. But one thing that's come up recently is I'm thinking of introducing I think it's called bivalves back into my diet. So it's like anything that's sort of in a shell. So like example like clams and scallops and mussels and that kind of thing.
They're not like live creatures.
Well, I've been looking into them.
They've not got a brain, right?
And they've not got a brain. Yeah, thick as fuck. They've not got a brain. They've not got a nervous system, so they can't feel any pain.
Knackers to them.
Yeah, so that's ethics side sort of whatever. But
get them fried in garlic.
Anything garlic.
In terms of environment, that's what I need to do my research on. But I don't think that is that destructive in sourcing because they're grown on like strings and stuff, aren't they? Mussels and
like ropes in.
Yeah. And that. So I think it'd be it's a good source of B12, which is a vitamin that you're meant to supplement when you're on vegan diet.
What? We get that from meat?
It's where do they? They inject it into the animals now. The B12, so it's.
That's a bit mental, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah, that's mental itself. So really, you don't get it naturally from a meat diet. But they said it was the B12. I read that it was found in soil. So say like when back in time when we didn't spray everything with Dettol, we would get bits of mud and soil on his food and his hands, and we would get bits in us that way, and that's what they say. That's where they find the B12 would come in.
Really?
So obviously everything's so sterile now, you don't get anything. But that's the only one that they recommend you to substitute when you're on plant-based diet.
What if you don't?
B12.
What happens if you don't? Sorry, what happens if you don't eat B12? Like I don't try any vitamins that I eat. I don't take tablets. I don't give.
No.
Just do not give a fuck. I need to change myself anyway. Like I don't say I'm lacking vitamin C.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
I won't have a clue. I've not had B12 since the start. So I'm still kicking. Like, it can't be that bad, but I don't know. But the clams and the mussels and stuff, they're going to be a good source of the B12 and good source of protein too. So yeah, I think I will maybe chuck them in diet for a treat.
Could you class yourself as vegan? If do you think?
I think I would say so. I mean, probably I do my best to do everything, you know, everything that I know. And I've got the mentality. Do you know what I mean? But there could be a hardcore vegan here saying, you know, you've got. They could be shouting at me because I've got bloody loads of bugs splattered on front of my car from driving. Do you know what I mean? Like where do you draw the line?
So where do you draw the line? What is it to you? What defines it as this is an exploitation of an animal? Yeah. Which you've categorised clams and mussels as animals, but now you're willing to get them back in your diet.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you draw the line? Like, I think we say I've got a dog, love her to bits. Like honestly, you jump for a bullet for me, but I'd happily eat a chicken. But that's because free sushi ain't cute, fluffy, blah blah blah. I think that's why people find we're like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like cows. Like if you actually spend time with a cow, like I literally said I did, like they're actually sound as fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pigs. We've got some piglets on it, cute as fuck. Yeah. Like probably sound lads in that, but I'm like, get me a bacon sausage on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what point I've made, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, where do you draw the line? And I don't know, mate. Like,
can you eat fish?
No, you can't eat the fish on the plant based. But yeah, what I say, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can do what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? But, yeah, but people who vegans don't eat the fish. So I think it's anything that is a sentient being. So maybe the same sense that we're conscious of our life kind of thing, and has a brain and nervous system, experience pain, I think maybe that's maybe that's the line, but I don't know.
The line's blurred, isn't it?
The line's very blurred.
Absolute Robin Thicke, innit?
And I am still interested. Like, I'm always learning about stuff. I'll be asking people questions all the time. Like,
it seems that way because like you've learned that you might be able to have these like muscles. And
shit,
so, like, that'd be good.
What is the most shocking thing that you're like, I cannot believe this is like it's affected? Do you know what I mean? Like you said,
like you wouldn't have thought
biscuits and stuff. Obviously, it's got milk in. That's quite obvious when you think about it. Like, what is something that you're like, fuck me, shampoo? I can't believe I can't have this anymore.
Yeah.
I bet there is things like shampoo, isn't there?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe there's animal ingredients in shampoo, but normally cosmetics, it's because they've been tested on animals, so they were like, I don't know, we can spray it in their eyes and shit, you know, that kind of thing, so...
just fucking head and shoulders, so like, what are you saying, like the most shocking thing?
Yeah, what's the thing that you've stumbled upon, like, oh, for God's sake, like...
Yeah, why is that in there? I think a lot, I reckon the fish guts in the drinks.
Yeah,
that's been most. Because
how far-fetched is that?
Yeah, food you can understand. You can imagine, but a can, you don't expect it in a candy. Like what? That's what shocked me the most.
God, that's fucking ridiculous. And like you say, like you leather in your car and shit like that, and like that's insane.
That was really interesting. Yeah, and but the thing is really cool. The leathers that they make now. So they make leather out of anything. There's loads of different things online.
Grapes.
Yeah, I've got some shoes on now. I put their company called, is it Pangea? Yeah.
I thought they were proud of when you walked.
They can be. But they're made from like the waste products from the wine industry. So they'll have like grape skins and grape stalks and stuff.
Mental.
And then they'll make this somehow into leather, and it's like it's incredible what they're doing. Yeah, it's amazing.
So no one's getting wasted, is it?
Yeah.
So have you made a conscious decision to, we'll literally talk about your trainers, but to buy them because of like material that's going into them?
So say again, sorry.
Have you made like a conscious? You've purposely chose them because they're how they're made.
Yeah, and that's
smart as fuck, to be fair. But like, it's mental, isn't it? Like you've even considered where the tag on your jeans is from. Like,
it's mad, and I would never have thought I'd be doing stuff like that.
No, yeah, because you think, but that's a bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I wouldn't do that. But then you get into it, and I think, yeah,
do it.
I would know the consequences of me buying a leather pair of shoes. I'd know how it would get from
someone's been exploited for you to wear them.
Yeah, and I'll be like, right, I'll avoid that, and it's easy, like, it's cool.
It would be like good marketing for companies like Nike to say this is a completely vegan shoe with massive vegan market there is.
They do, don't they?
It'd probably be actually wise for him to do that, because I wouldn't not buy a shoe because it's vegan. You know what I mean?
I think there's a stigma though, because it's like, Emily bought some Doc Martens, they were vegan leather, she didn't realise, and we're all taking piss out, and she's like, oh, you've been scammed, like, it's just plastic, they're not fake leather. But because what we said earlier, there's that association that leather is premium, why should I pay
being conned,
why should I pay 180 quid for some not even cow skin boots? Do you know what I mean? So until you check that, and like I got some Stan Smith sort of superstars of the year that were reduced, that's why I bought them, but they're like vegan, they're made out of recycled plastic bottles, so like they even had sign on tongue, but it's like, I think even our like, well, they're cheap. Like they're not proper. They're not proper material. They're not proper stuff, are they?
Yeah, you think you're getting short change kind of thing, don't you?
So if you said like, oh, this Louis Vuitton doing vegan leather bags, or BMW sourcing vegan leather seats, which it's going to take a lot for just to change the mindset of, oh fuck that, I'm not paying over odds when it's just a bit of plastic. But
yeah.
True. I don't even know. It's a proper minefield, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all psychological, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's interesting too, and it's good when you can have conversations, even just like this. You know, some people will ask questions, and then you'll give them the answers, and then they're offended, and they don't want. You know what I mean? And but you know, people like yourselves are open minded, and you switched on in the same way, and you can actually have productive conversation. And be like, oh, let's.
I want to change. I actually want to go vegan, me.
Goosebumps.
Maybe not like. I probably wouldn't. For my line, I think it'd be food. I don't know if I would. I probably should, but I don't know if I would maybe go down to like the tag on my jeans and whatever.
Yeah, and you might
feel different once you don't know.
Yeah, but I would.
Address one issue at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. But I've got
you back. Don't worry.
But yeah, look into the diet though. Obviously, you're interested in your health, and that's the best thing you could do for your health is eat a plant-based diet. So
I'm interested. Bit of a shit question, but like, what's your favourite dish? Like, what is your favourite? And I know that you're probably going to say something that's got a meat replacement in, aren't you? But when you're starving, what are you having?
I don't know, mate. I eat so much. I'm trying to think of all different things. My go-to. I'm gonna advertise BK here. They've got the best.
So what do you get?
Vegan Royale.
What, the chicken
best,
one?
The chicken, yeah.
I've almost got that before.
No, it's so good.
He just sent it back.
Yeah.
Before this conversation.
It's
I
the
want some
best.
blood and guts in this one.
I know. It was missing a bit of summer. It's the best. It's the best thingy, I think. The fake chicken on the market.
Fake cheese.
See, I've never been a big cheese lover, so I wouldn't be able to recommend you a good cheese.
No, but the Vegan Royale have fake cheese in,
Oh right.
Because chicken royals have got.
I don't know if it does
add
actually.
cheese to it if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Add some fake cheese on.
Yeah, get some cheese on there. But yeah, that's banging. You just can't tell difference.
And chips are fine.
Yeah, chips are fine.
Can they sometimes be fried in animal oil?
Yeah, KFC are, so they would tell you if you ordered this has been fried in the same thing as a chicken, whatever.
Just add minute in it until it's acceptable. Like, right, we've got vegan fryer, non-vegan fryer.
Yeah. It's a bit of an in-between stage, isn't it? But the options out there are sick. Yeah, they're really good, and you can get everything. You can get Ben and Jerry's ice cream and everything in between, like, and it just
Thank God for that.
Yeah, no,
because we didn't polish it up the day. Fish food,
literally. Literally called fish food.
We taste same. It's sounded. That's what we buy things.
Is price of it coming down? Because I know that's one thing that I've always thought is it's vegan, but it's so expensive.
It's expensive, yeah.
They need to subsidise that if they want to make change.
Yeah.
Take a hit
sure.
on, make it. Well, it's like I always say, just seem for healthy eating, but like when you don't give a shit about not eating meat. It's cheaper to buy a packet of custard creams than it is to buy some veg and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So
they can bring
you're going to go for the cheaper things, innit? Yeah, why is it 99p for a cheeseburger from McDonald's, but it would be £5 for the McPlant?
Yeah.
And,
that's true, isn't it?
And I say Ed Winters is a massive vegan advocate. He's got so much information, and he talks about the way that the government what's the word? I can't say the word. Subsidised. There we go.
Subsidised.
Something like that. Well, the government do that to the meat. What's it? The meat companies or the meat industry to make it affordable, make it things. So I don't know the ins and outs, but yeah, we could do that on the plants.
I think we should like actually get all links off you and put all links down below to like all interesting videos.
Yeah,
we took a little vegan starter pack, and I will actually get tucked in.
Yeah,
because I would.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a New Year's resolution vegan, but
just got your own spin. As long as you get the interest and I think you're learning about it, then you're gonna just want to do it yourself anyway.
Did you get introduced to quite a few different food groups and like new different like because I sometimes eat veg, but I don't know if you even do because you don't have to necessarily eat a healthy diet if you're going vegan, do you?
No, you can eat. You can.
You
can eat shit.
You get fat vegans then.
Yeah.
I think one of the fastest growing food industry thing is vegan junk food.
Oh, okay.
That's going mad at the minute.
Right.
You can understand why, can't you?
Exactly, because if you're vegan, you still fucking want to have junk food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you always have to like leaves and that, does it?
You don't have to go vegan and just like always eat salad. Like, it's not how it is it? You can eat good like chicken royale.
Yeah, exactly. You can still go and have the junk food. What did you ask me there just then? Sorry.
Like, did you have to introduce yourself to different new foods?
Yeah, I would say so. I weren't fussy before, but I've compared to say that when I started eating plant-based diet, I've tried so many different new foods now. Yeah, I've explored loads of different stuff and I mean a lot more variety and stuff now.
Does your mum have to like prepare a different bit of Sunday dinner for you? Like, you know, if you have Sunday dinner, like, is she a bit like, fuck's sake, but she went vegan?
Yeah, I know, but that's probably exactly what they think. But yeah, they'll my mum's good, bless her. She'll if we're having a meal together, I eat alone a lot of time. You know, I'll cook my own dinners and stuff. But say if we're eating together, she'll just veganise the meal and it's pretty easy to do.
Oh, so you'll all eat vegan to make it easier instead of being like, oh, we're having loads of fucking meat and stuff on our plate and you're just having potatoes.
A bit of both. So sometimes if they'll have their own thing, I'll have my own thing, whatever. But sometimes if it's easy just to make it the meal plant based that they're making, then they'll do it, and they're on board with it. Like,
I'm sure they weren't on board from start. Like, but were you a bit anxious to tell them, like, look, I'm going vegan.
Yeah,
like,
no, that dropping a bombshell kind of thing. Yeah. No, they were sound, to be fair. Their main concern, they were like, "Oh, you need to do this slow, Ben. You're gonna die." Like, all right.
Yeah, like what were they concerned? Like, you're not gonna get the proteins and shit.
Yeah, they thought.
Everyone says that kind of shit.
Protein, and that's the only. I'm no nutritionist, but that's the only thing I knew that I needed to get is protein.
Yeah.
You know, before this, so like, as long as I get protein, I'll keep kicking, kind of thing.
Yeah. You get absolutely massive and stacked.
Yeah, that's it, mate. But one thing I found out from this is that protein actually comes from plants from the start. So the animal eats the plant and yeah. So it's just like what would you say that is like?
Just part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not quite literally.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're saying though, because obviously we aren't the eating of the plant. It's not going to produce protein in the animal, is it? So you're literally going to the source.
Well, you are what you eat, innit?
Yeah, so it's cut into the sauce kind of thing. Yeah, you are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
I'm a big fat bastard. I am starving, to be honest with you.
I am starving as well.
Do you reckon we go get a Vegan Royale?
I actually genuinely would. No, Kat. Let's fucking. Are we ending it there and going to get a Vegan Royale?
I think my mum's got a full meaty Sunday dinner. I'll have to address that separately, but I don't think I've got any.
No.
I think you've covered quite a lot.
You're fucking very knowledgeable on it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a work in progress, and it
was nice to see. And I'm sure the questions that you get most of the time are like, "Oh, what is your?" We know we did ask what your favourite meal is, but very basic ones. But I think it's been nice to understand like thought process.
I feel like you
change stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's actually been interesting. Not just like, oh, here it goes again.
Yeah, it's nice to hear some other questions apart from where do you get your protein from, or I don't know. So yeah, no, it's been good, and it's nice that you're actually interested and willing to listen. So yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on again.
Yeah, no, two podcasts in one day. What are we doing here?
If you do one more,
I'm knackered.
You got your 2 caps for fineanddandy podcast. She's a beauty, but thanks for coming on. And again, if you haven't watched the last one, we're actually been travelling one. So this one's his vegan one. He's a man of many talents. But this is actually Max. Well, I didn't see much anyway. But you're actually going to be on the other side of the world tomorrow. So
no, what the hell?
Best of luck. What time's your flight?
12 o'clock.
PM?
Yeah, after dinner time.
Dinner time.
I really don't know how to wait.
Dinner time.
Yeah.
So literally, like, you've got less than 12 hours.
I need to do it. A lot of things.
You need to make tracks.
Well,
we appreciate that. It means a lot, but
of course, good to catch up with you both. It's been nice to see you.
And hopefully, keep in touch. But we'll see where you are, and if we can come over, if when you're back,
God,
we'll go to wild camping.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
good stuff.
It's been a pleasure.
All them videos will be linked down below as well. Because they're actually going to be sick then. I'm going to watch it.
They're interesting.
We'll sort you out, but yeah.
Thanks
That's been us. Cheers, fellas.
See you later. Goodbye.